Hi, my name is Jocelyn and I'm a film student at Cal State Fullerton, and I'm studying screenwriting. I thought it'd be fun to show you guys some of the tools that as a film student I get to use. So this is a tripod. Our camera goes on top of here, and what's cool about this is that it has this little device right here, so when we're filming a scene, we're able to seamlessly follow the actors in the scene and their movements and focus in on other little details in this greater image that we are creating. Another fun tool we get to use is a microphone. We call this a shotgun mic. So it picks up sound very, very clearly, really crisp, but it can also be really, really loud because it is such a great mic. So what we do to help combat that is if we're shooting indoors and where people are having a scene and they're talking, you don't want to hear the other person who's not speaking breathing really loudly. So we'll put on this filter like that helps soften those more outside sounds so we can really focus on what the actors are saying in the scene. And when you're shooting outside where there's things like wind, people making noises, laughing, screaming, whatever, we can use this fun little thing called a dead cat. It's a pretty silly name, but pretty easy to use. It just goes on your mic. Okay, maybe not as easy. Just like that. And then you'll attach this to the top of your camera, and so that it follows the movements so you're following the voice as well as the actor's physical movements. It's pretty cool. And this is my camera. Pretty cool. So within film, what I'm personally focusing on is screenwriting. I want to write the stories that get put up on your TVs at home and in the movie theaters. So my biggest tool that I use is my laptop, because I'm writing all the time. This is a screenplay that I'm actually working on right now. I use a program called Final Draft, which is really cool because you're able to put your work up on there for other screenwriters to look at and help give you feedback. One thing about college is that you have to read a lot. And one of my favorite books that I've gotten to read for a class is this one right here. It's called Save the Cat Writes for TV. Save the Cat is actually a reference to something in screenwriting that we call structure. So every single time you watch a movie or a TV show, it generally follows a structure. To put it in really simple terms, you have beginning, middle, and end. But what Save the Cat does is it breaks those parts down even further and really defines smaller elements of the screenplay. If you are interested in a career in screenwriting or any type of writing at all, one thing that I'd really recommend to you to keep on hand is a journal. This is my journal right here, and I take it with me pretty much everywhere I go because you never know when inspiration's gonna strike. So in my journal, I jot down my movie ideas, I write poetry, I start coming up with characters. It's a great thing. As well as if you're ever working with other people, it can be a really great spot to be able to take notes on the things that you learn. So one thing that can be a little bit tricky about college is that it can be pretty expensive. So I work outside of being a student. I am a cater waiter. So I get to go to cool parties and weddings and other venues, and I get to serve people food, and I get to meet some pretty cool people that way. One thing from elementary school that really helped me get to where I am now is my imagination. When I was in elementary school, I was able to use my imagination all the time, whether it was playing pretend with other kids on the playground, filming little music videos at home, or making movies with my Barbies, or even writing. In class, I had the opportunity when I was in first grade, we got to write these stories, and this team called the Imagination Machine came to our school, and I actually had one of my stories chosen, and they played it out in front of the entire school. It was very cool. My final piece of advice to share with you guys is that it's okay if you don't know exactly what you want to be when you grow up. And it's okay that even when you grow up and you're in college, you don't know exactly what you want to do. That's one of the really great things about college, is that several students change their major and their focus all the time till they figure out what fits them perfectly. that's what I had to do. When I started at Cal State Fullerton, I was actually in their acting program, but I realized that it wasn't quite the best fit for me, and I really wanted to be able to take more classes to focus on my writing, so I made the choice to switch over to Cal State Fullerton's film program. And lucky for me, the counselors and staff at the school made that transition really easy and accessible. Have a great day.